First of all, I have to just let everyone know that Jeremy is absolutely the #1 pretty basic hype boy. I found out about our Webby nomination from Jeremy. I woke up.
Did you really?
No, for real.
Wild Til 9. Are you ready? Yep, let's go home.
I'm nervous.
Welcome back to the #1 show in Latvia. Our guest is wearing penguin socks.
Penguin socks.
Are they penguins?
Penguin socks.
Oh my God, he
penguin
was wearing that yesterday. Are those
socks.
new?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
them in Vegas.
Wow.
How
Remember
nice.
the socks?
Remember when I
New
went crazy in a
socks.
sock store?
Yeah. Crazy
Yeah,
meaning
great.
3 pairs.
No, but I literally said,
Cal.
I was like, are you the person who keeps the sock store alive? Because
completely.
like the sock stores are everywhere. And I'm like, okay, is this like a drug front? Like who's keeping these places open?
Have you heard the conspiracy about mattress firm stores?
No.
There's a conspiracy that they use that for, I think, drugs.
Wait, I have heard this.
But if you look, who's buying a mattress in a store? And also, why are there multiple mattress firms in the same plaza?
We
I
just
will say we
bought
did,
a
yeah.
mattress in a store.
So you're single-handedly keeping mattress firm open.
So it's Cal with the socks and us with the mattresses.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least socks, they have fun designs.
And if you wait for just a
Yeah.
little bit, you'll hear from our sponsor, which is probably a mattress brand.
Oh yeah, actually I think it probably is. Wait. Okay. Also, yeah, I'm not kidding. Everyone hold. Okay, so I spilled a bunch of foundation on my gray
And real
sweatpants.
quick, so you're telling me that we went from penguin socks
Yes.
to mattress conspiracy
Yes.
theaters directly into promoing
Yes.
just
Yes.
right into it.
You know what they all have
Hell
in
yeah.
common?
Yeah.
love
Being comfortable.
And a consumer.
Being your most comfortable consumer self.
Yeah. And I love that for all of us. Okay, so we officially, in the spirit of celebrating one of the earliest episodes of Wild Til 9, it was titled Gray Sweatpant Ween. Gray Sweatpant Ween. So in the spirit of celebrating the Gray Sweatpant Ween era of Wild Til 9, we have officially launched Gray Sweatpants for your Gray Sweatpant Ween enjoyment.
It's men's lingerie.
It's men lingerie.
I can't wait for you
men's
to wear
lingerie?
them.
Men's
Hell yeah,
lingerie.
brother.
As your #1 merch fan, we're very excited over here.
I love that
Oh
hoodie.
my God. Okay,
That
so we'll
hoodie's
get
like
into
one of my
that
favorite hoodies.
into a second. So
Yeah.
anyways, let me so for the audio
Stand
listeners,
up, Vanna White. You won't let me
I
model them.
spilled so much foundation on them. Well, we're
I
not
had
gonna
to double up for our photo shoot because Lauren didn't want my.
we're not trying to give away gray sweatpants. We
Print.
go free on here.
You're gonna wear 2 sweatpants or 2 underwears?
2 underwears.
Oh.
Gotta keep it. Gotta keep it toy.
I wore these like super thick gray like shorts, but it's like an inch thick or whatever. Yeah, Lauren.
We're gonna start an
I
OnlyFans
was
for
just
that.
gonna say, save it
That's
for the OnlyFans.
premium content.
Yeah, I was trying to move some sweaty pants.
That is premium content.
Sweaty pants.
So anyways,
With
these
the
sweaty
dicky print.
pants are with the ticking print. So yeah, these sweatpants are amazing. They're incredible. They're super soft and they are gray. Most importantly, let me hold them up real quick and also quick. And if you just want to ignore the massive foundation drop, so for our audio listeners, you can switch over to the video portion right now. We've
or
got
just go
some.
to Wild Til 9 / shop that Wild Til.
I don't know.
Nah,
I
fuck,
forget.
just go buy them somewhere. Don't buy that. You know what? Every single time we drop merch, which has been
Oh
once,
my God! Yes.
1,000, which is kind of a compliment. 1,000 like knockoffs show up overnight.
What?
That's such
Yeah.
a compliment.
Yeah,
I love the
so
dark
nice.
gray though.
The dark gray
It's
is
really
good.
nice.
We worked through a few different grays, and this is where we landed. It's the
Perfect.
best for
did.
ween
Viewing.
viewing.
I don't know.
I mean, because I actually explained this to Jeremy because there was like a lighter gray that we passed on, and he was like, "Oh, this is nice gray," and I was like, "No, Jeremy, you need the dimension of the shadows to understand of the ween. It's the shadows.
Yes.
It's all about the dimension.
No means no.
No means no. But
You know what though?
means no.
For the guys out there that are trying to get back out there and don't want a pair of sweatpants and go to the mall and get a couple looks,
yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. Oh, also they're unisex sizing, so just keep that in mind while you're ordering. Fanjoy.com/wildtil9.
They're definitely loungewear.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like I'm comfy in them.
But also if you're me, they're everyday wear. Because what
hell
are
yeah.
jeans?
Welcome back
Love
to Wild Til 9,
wearing
#1
sweatpants.
show in Latvia, India, Tasmania,
New Zealand.
Bolivia.
and because Remi's on the podcast, everywhere. We would like to introduce a new face, the only new face on Wild Til 9.
Cal.
Big Dick
Cal.
Big Dick Cal.
Big Dick Cal. Big Dick Cal. Big Dick Cal Parsons in the house.
Amazing.
Cal, where are you from?
North Carolina.
How old are you?
25.
Favorite color?
Blue. I think. don't know.
He looks so stressed.
I can feel the sweat.
I know, me too. I
can
can
feel
feel
the
the stress.
I'm not done.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Number one
I wasn't
place.
given these
number
questions.
one place on your bucket list to visit that you have not been.
Wow.
I don't
3,
know.
2, 1. Say a place. Say a place.
Paris.
Great.
Whoa.
Your favorite thing about Remi?
Cooking.
Least favorite thing about Remi?
Cooking.
To be
Split
fair,
decision. Split decision here.
wait, I'm
You're
sorry,
honestly
you
a-
mean cooking with Remi?
Thank you so much for the
And
summer
it's
plug, sir.
amazing.
Everybody, cookiewithremi.com. Check it out.
And she killed it.
So we are joined today by popular demand,
Mm-hmm.
Remi.
Popular demand?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Everyone was like, we
Everyone.
need more Jeremy and Remi. To which I said, fuck yeah.
Yes. No, I agree. We didn't, Alicia and I spoke. We thought maybe we could do another pod swap, but this time, Lauren and Alicia talk about mental health. You and I get blacked out. Wouldn't that be good?
Genius.
I think that'd be
So
good.
I love that.
Yes, me too.
Who's are you going on Wild Till 9 and they're going on Pretty Basic? Or
I
how's that
think
going to work?
Blackout belongs here.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That's our brand.
To be fair, we'll eventually run out of ideas, so we can do both. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Pretty Basic after dark and Wild Till 9.
Till 9 a.m.,
Well,
baby.
AM.
All through the night.
That's great. We should probably film that in like Ibiza or something.
Ibiza?
Yeah.
Spain?
South Africa?
Why'd you
What?
say it like Ibiza?
Is that not in South Africa?
Ibiza?
You talking about Ibiza?
It's Ibiza.
What is Ibiza?
Oh my God, you uncultured fucks.
I'm so sorry.
Paris Hilton was
Mike
just talking about.
Posner is the uncultured fuck then.
Mike Posner.
You're so right.
Posner.
Yeah, you're so right.
Because he said, I took a pill in Ibiza.
Yeah, you're so right.
It's Ibiza.
is it Ibiza?
Yes.
Paris Hilton
Then what the
also
fuck?
said Ibiza today. She was saying how she DJ'd 3 or 4 months of the year in her DJ phase. I watched it on Instagram
Why
today.
didn't anyone check her or him?
but when you hear people in Spain speak Spanish,
I just want you to say that you sound like a bougie bitch right now.
Ibiza.
and by the way, haven't been. So, point is, when you listen to people speak like Spanish from Spain, they have like this like somewhat lisp kind of thing going on.
Well, you're American, so.
American.
Yeah, so you need to say Ibiza.
Ibiza.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Should we shoot it in Ibiza?
Dude, I should have said Dubai earlier.
Yeah, I knew
You
he was
should have said. You should have said anything but Remi's fucking cooking, you idiot.
What the fuck? I was thinking you would say Tokyo also.
I thought I was thinking Tokyo, as
Tokyo
well.
for sure.
Doesn't he just rub you as like a Tokyo
Anyway,
dude?
so-
I'm bad on the spot, okay? I can't fucking think of shit.
All right,
When
so
I'm-
Cal,
Guys, I'm
can you give
sorry,
the
I'm
people a
swearing.
little bit of background? Who are you? What do you do besides Remi's better half?
I don't know why I'm here.
Okay,
he really
I'm just
doesn't.
kind of here for smiles and
Okay.
having fun.
that's great.
Smiles.
What do I do? I'm her boyfriend. That's
I
basically
too.
what I do.
Boyfriend. Yeah,
Yeah.
we literally intro this podcast. We started very much as like hosted by myself, Lord DIY, and boyfriend.
Well,
Yeah.
when every press outlet
Yeah.
reminds you that you don't have a fucking name, you just go with it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cheddar.
J14, Teen Vogue.
What's funny about that is Cheddar was a client of mine in the real world.
No.
And so,
No way.
So I sent the like title of them interviewing Lauren of like Lord DIY and boyfriend to the head of growth and strategy there. And I was
Yeah.
like, so walk me through who that is. And she was like, you get it. I was like, I do.
Honestly,
That's showbiz.
it's an honor.
That's showbiz,
Showbiz,
baby.
baby. Listen, the check cashed. It's fine.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
We're getting a new flat screen in here. That's all that matters.
I wish people could see how fucking janky the other side of this room looks.
Yeah, honestly,
what
this
you're talking
side,
about.
this
It's
side
endearing.
looks amazing. I know I've showed it on the vlog before. Like, it's not like a big secret that this side looks like a fake studio and that side looks like ass.
Humble beginnings.
You know what it is? It's one step closer to profitability that we're not going to get in the way of. Because if we fix that, that's just coming out of the pocket.
You can't say that.
Yeah, literally,
You're not
I was
allowed to
about,
say that.
oh my God. Do you really want to go here? Do you want to go here, sir? We are never not
Can we look at the mics and
upgrading
the
our
cameras real
shit
quick?
Welcome back to Wild Till 9.
where Jeremy spends all of our money.
That's every conversation between
know.
Lormy that I hear.
Literally.
Welcome back to
God.
Wild Till fucking 9. We have the best guests in the world. Don't at me.
Cal.
Oh
what the
my God,
fuck,
Cal.
Okay, so for audio listeners,
What am I doing?
Oh my, 2 for, oh
What
for
am I
2.
doing?
She's going for a
so
high
stressed, I can
five.
tell.
See, she's like behind me right now.
That's not true
I
peripheral.
can't.
Yeah, peripherals.
High five.
Where are you holding your
Bam.
hand?
Edit it
You're
in.
holding your hand way back
Just
there. I
fucking
can't see
high five
that.
me. Edit this.
So how long have you guys been together?
There we go.
Dude, I can't see that. It's
All
like
right,
way
ready?
back here.
Remi,
Are
hot
you
seat.
kidding me?
Remi, where are you from?
That's insane.
Anaheim Hills, California.
How old are you?
26.
Where is a place you have not been that you want to go?
Italy.
Celebrity crush.
Chris Evans.
Great choice.
Oh, I saw
Great
your
choice.
workout top today. What is
Did
it?
you see?
Chris Evans
Chris
is
Evans
an ass man.
man.
Yeah, he is.
Titties.
As his girlfriend sits here with literally zero titties. My boyfriend is for sale officially, and I'm now taking offers for a new man.
Jeremy Lewis on NFT
I'll take
Marketplace
him.
coming soon. Anyway, thank you, Cal. Last question.
Yes.
Favorite dog?
Oh,
I thought you were going to ask me what my favorite thing about Cal is.
No, I don't know what that is.
I don't have a favorite dog. I really don't.
Okay.
I don't, but Cal does.
No.
He said
No,
it
I
the other
don't.
day.
No, I don't.
is it Momers?
No, I don't.
It's Momers.
No.
It's Momers.
I love both equally. They're both amazing.
But Cal, in your defense, you and like Momo came into your life for Momo's entire life, and Daisy
Yeah.
had a life prior to you.
True.
I
yeah.
mean, Daisy is like purely Remi's. Like you raised Daisy
Yes.
from the ground
Yes.
up.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
From the ground up? Was
From
she
the ground
planted?
up. Yes.
From
She
the
came from
paws
Literally,
up.
her name is Daisy.
She's from Lincoln, Nebraska.
The great city of
The great Lincoln.
Great.
I don't know. Yeah. What are they known for?
Lincoln, Nebraska?
No idea.
Corn?
Dogs.
I don't
Wheat.
know that
Cute
anyone is going to find this
cheese.
either funny or relatable. So we'll wrap on that.
I couldn't even. If you offered me $1,000, I could not tell you where
It's
Nebraska
the
is.
middle.
It's
just-
literally
just drop
It's
the
middle.
It's
Yeah.
direct middle.
Just middle.
Middle.
Huh.
Aren't Jack and Jack from there?
I have no fucking idea.
Who's
I don't
what?
know.
Jack and Jack. Jack.
Who's Jack and Jack?
Jack.
Cal, could not tell you anybody. That should be the game.
Oh, but
That
Cal-
should be the game. Oh my god, that should be the game. We just
Real
name
celebrities or not,
people
Jack
of
and
pop
Jack.
culture, and Cal has to. Are they real or are they not?
Yeah,
Let's do
real
that. So, like,
celebrity.
last week,
I know
we had
celebrities.
one of our favorite couples on, some of our great friends,
Zach and Maggie.
Zach and Maggie.
Yeah.
This week, we have another one of our amazing couple friends. What's your ship name?
Callie, you fuck.
Callie?
No.
I thought it was Cammy.
Cammy.
Oh yeah,
I hate both of those.
Callie,
Better
Cammy.
than Ral.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Counter me. Okay. Quick Reader's Digest. Where'd you guys meet?
Hinge.
Hinge.
Wow.
You know what? Matt and Tiff met on Hinge as well, and we reconnected on
And you,
Hinge.
yeah. It
Where
was
the
3
fuck
for
is our
3.
Hinge sponsor?
Oh, I got one.
So did Tiff.
Pre-Cal. And then once I got Cal, I was like, hey guys, it works.
Golden opportunity.
Wow.
Want to pay me? They said no.
Come on.
Really?
They
That's
were.
a missed opportunity on their part for
Meanwhile,
sure.
she got a Bumble sponsor while we were together, and I was like, yeah, sell that shit.
What? Oh, I did get a Bumble sponsor, but it was Bumble Friends.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it was
Meanwhile, if
Bumble
they had said
Friends.
there's a good enough dollar amount, you have to be on the regular one. Go ahead and get that shit.
Yeah,
I
by-
understand.
I mean, all of them have their purposes. That's all that matters.
And let's go through purposes real quick.
Okay.
Tinder.
Fucking.
So we're asking Remi.
Yeah, I would say fucking. I
Okay.
mean, that's the stigma, though. Do you agree with the stigma
From
from personal experience?
I don't know. I mean, like people meet and fall in love through anything.
You don't know
Not
about
the right
Cal's
answer.
voice. It gets higher when he lies.
Mine does that too. Mine does
Yeah.
that too.
He's like an
no,
octave.
I really wouldn't say. I do that when I really don't know.
Okay.
I'm just like,
So when you don't know or
I
you're
don't know.
lying,
Yeah.
Same.
Mine does that too.
Okay,
Same
got it.
thing.
Hinge.
Different.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Hinge,
Relationships, I think.
husbands. Okay. Bumble.
Obviously.
Bumble, for me, at my time, was like super fuckboy.
Really?
Not like Tinder fuckboy, but like
Yeah.
but like would string you along for too long fuckboy. Like Tinder, I feel like would be like you'd talk and then never meet up. Bumble would be meet up and then string you along.
Oh.
But maybe that's just me.
So like the middle ground between because like here's my theory. I think that because Tinder, it's like you could throw up one photo and 0 text, you could still match with people. And then Bumble needed a little more work because the girl had to message first.
Yes.
And then Hinge needed the most effort because it's photos and you have to answer 3 of those little text questions or
Prompt
whatever.
things.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
prompts. And so I feel like people who wanted a relationship or something more serious, like it was more effort to get onto the app to begin with.
True.
My
Very
favorite part
true.
about girls on Bumble that thought they were hot shit, they would just send a space. Just like, send.
Like a
we
blank
matched.
message?
Yeah, just like a space send.
Okay,
That never happened to me.
I never sent a.
Cool. Well,
My voice was low, so I'm not lying there.
that was the truth.
That was the truth. Yeah,
100%.
the lie detector
Yeah,
says.
fact checker. Come on. There we go.
Okay, got it. Yeah, no, girls were just into space. Just like, I'm interested.
How would you respond to the space though?
No,
It's
I
because they
wouldn't.
want you
Oh,
to
you
message first.
Right.
I will say that there was a few times where I sent just like a smiley face emoji or like a wave emoji.
That's weird because I didn't get
That's
that.
cute.
Well, yeah, because like you don't know. I mean, like I don't know. You just don't know what to be like. Hey, I had to talk first to open up this chat. Obviously, I'm interested. You know what I mean? Like, how do you make that
Yeah.
not awkward?
Yeah.
Welcome to my life.
I was gonna say for dudes
Yeah.
though, why it seems much easier for all of you
Yeah.
on the dating app.
You know why? Because
'Cause we
standards are
have
so
to.
low.
Yeah,
They're on the
bars in hell.
ground.
The bars in hell.
Yeah, literally.
Hi, I noticed we matched.
Yeah, he likes me.
Don't call us out like that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't exactly like a high bar to pass by any means. Like I was never impressed with myself.
Right.
Ever.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, you managed okay, didn't you, Jeremy?
I managed the best.
Why
Yeah.
don't you say that stuff? Where's
You know what, Remi? No.
Cooking.
Here's the
I'm a little
context here.
drunk right now. So I can't. Yeah.
Does not compute. Does not
Cannot
compute. Does not compute.
My favorite thing that Cal said the other day was he was like, I'm like in the middle of like a job application process. So I'm gonna make my Twitter private. We're just gonna undo all that right now. You poor thing.
It's okay. It's
I got
okay.
hired. It's okay.
Yeah, truly.
We'll
If Jeremy got
figure it
hired
out.
at like basically a bank and had this podcast, we're good.
yeah?
It's all
The
good.
sky's the limit, baby.
And this is not financial advice. A word from our sponsor. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Okay, good. Okay, so a question that we ask a lot of our couples that come on the pod, and like you don't have to go into like dirty details, but
you could.
But you could. You
Okay.
could. And we would love for the sake of the
Oh, I know
title and the
what question you're
clickbait.
at. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. How do you guys fight? Like what's your fighting style? Who apologizes first?
I did not think it was going there.
Yeah.
We
I
love
thought
this
you were
question.
gonna say fuck. You went.
You don't even know.
I mean, if you want to talk about your favorite positions, like we're open to that. We can do
I'd
that
rather know
next.
how you fight.
We can do that next.
Yeah.
one at a time. How do we fight?
I think you take the lead here.
That's how we fight.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say most of the time when we fight, I'm really trying to rack my brain. I don't know. We make up really quickly for the most part. I feel like it's a lot of you just saying sorry.
Yeah.
And then me.
It's always, I fucked up. Remi's mad. I have to say sorry. And then that's it.
Yeah, but then we've gotten really good at communicating and talking through. Actually, to be honest, if I get upset with something, I used to shut down and not know why I was mad. But now I've done a better job at figuring out why I'm mad. And sometimes I catch myself like actually communicating why I'm upset within like 10 minutes. And
Wow.
I'm really proud of myself. Sometimes I'm talking like, holy fuck, bitch, go you. And I'm like, well, I was really upsetting when this happened. And then da 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 da. And then he says sorry and then we're good.
Wow. So who is initially more communicative in the relationship?
I think you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cal, you're
No
like
high
down to
pitch.
be like,
Yes.
yep.
I have a problem. I just say it, and I like trying not to make a big deal about it. I'm just like, hey, like there's this thing, and then we
Yeah.
work on it. Yeah.
And then I cry.
For your crier.
If I do something bad, I cry because I never want to do anything bad. And then I'm like, I did it. Me.
But I also feel like you cry when you're happy too.
Yeah, I'm a crier
You're a crier.
in general.
You're a
now.
crier.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Not a crier.
Really?
No.
There was one point though when
like a couple weeks there.
So when I came off my initial SSRI,
Yes.
which like I've later found out suppressed a lot of my like emotion and kept me like not like suppressed my emotion, but I came off that and my hormones were just like fucked as my serotonin was like figuring itself out. I was crying at commercials, I was crying at happy things, I was crying at very neutral and platonic things. Like I was just crying. And then later on I had a meds journey and then I was actually depressed. So I was crying because of the depression. I'm sensitive. Remi and I talk about this all the time that I'm way more sensitive. So any kind of like heated conversation can also make me cry.
Yeah, I get that.
she tends to pout though. She doesn't talk
See,
sometimes.
Lauren is I know Lauren's mad 6 days before she's ready to admit that she's mad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it like a lack of like being able to hide it? And she thinks she's hiding
There's
it,
like
but she's
something
not?
in the air.
Yeah. Is it the tension?
you're
It's
just
a
like,
vibe.
It's the
Whoa.
lack of sexual
How would you describe
tension.
it?
I am like Cal, I wish I could be like you, but I think that I would fuck that up if I went from that approach to be like, oh, I have an issue with this because I need time to like figure out exactly what I'm upset about and why I'm upset about and what I would like to change from either side or like as a couple. So I need time to like resonate in that and figure it out. But I also have trouble acting normal when I'm like working through my process.
Ooh, I feel that really hard. You feel that too?
Yeah, because
Whoa.
well, like I have a really bad problem with like confronting my problems initially, but like with Remi at least, it's like it's become a lot easier to like communicate
Yeah.
our problems. So I just like I feel a lot more comfortable like approaching in that way.
And
the
that's
cutest thing
unhealthy
anyone's ever said.
relationships,
Yeah.
bitches.
But that's because of COVID for real.
What do you mean?
I just think that accelerated our need to communicate while also like
Right.
living together and being stuck
This
together.
is the first time you've lived with a boyfriend and girlfriend?
This is
Yes.
the first time we've had a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Both of you?
Yeah.
No, this isn't the first time I've had a girlfriend.
Oh.
Well,
The first time I lived with one, yeah.
got it.
We just blacked out
This
that
is
first
news to
girlfriend.
me. This is news to me.
Well, there's just
I'm just kidding. He
It's
had like
hard-
high school relationships. I don't
well,
count
it's
that.
tough. Like
I don't
when like
got
they're
that
not
either.
memorable.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I just blacked out for a quick second. I'm coming back.
Welcome
What did
back
we
to
say?
Wild Til
back.
And she's back.
Back, baby.
Thank you for the commercial break.
Like, I had a high school boyfriend. You had high school girlfriends, but that doesn't count.
It barely counts.
No, yeah. So
Like,
like if you're
barely.
lived together with someone, like I genuinely, I think if anyone had known me when I was living with my first girlfriend, they'd be like, yeah, you suck for sure. Like you get the kinks out. You're just bad at things. And most importantly, you learn what battles not to fight. It's not about the ones that you do. The
Yes.
things that are going to upset you are going to upset you.
I just
But
got so stressed right now in this
no,
moment.
you
My
learn
God.
about the things that are like, yo,
Just let it go.
Is the solution or the resolution or this argument worth anything? Like, can I live with this? Because if you can't, let it go. Be fine with it. And if you
Yeah.
can't, then bring it up. Like, it's just like, don't sweat the small shit. Don't be ridiculous about it. She's gonna have bad days. I'm gonna have bad days. She's gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna be a fucking nightmare. Just don't try and make it even. Just let it go.
I can't recall a time when I've actually been a nightmare, but okay.
Remember that time where you said you were crying at commercials?
She was going through something.
I always know that.
Have you seen the Caesar's dog commercial with the white,
exactly,
the
of course.
white terrier?
I can always
With the
tell.
Momo and the Momo.
When I come downstairs and Lauren is nose to nose with Moose, just like silently crying, and I'm like,
That is
You
so
back away
cute.
slowly.
You back away slowly.
You got called to a
"Are
meeting.
You okay?
Are you okay?" I love Bubby so much, and I'm like, I love him too.
So cute.
Yeah.
We don't
Are you
deserve.
okay? Yeah. Have you talked to your mom today? No. You should call your mom.
Yeah, sometimes
man.
sometimes I want to cry just thinking about like what my life could be like in 10 years if Puppies isn't here.
Okay, I'm gonna get our food. Hold on.
Is it here? Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm throwing the fridge.
Is something preventing you from achieving your goals? I know when I was going through my anxiety journey, I feel like I couldn't get anything done. Well, BetterHelp was there to help by offering online professional counseling when I needed it most. If you feel like something is interfering with your happiness, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed therapist.
BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. You can message your counselor anytime you want or set up a weekly video or phone session with them. It's a new way to get the help you need without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room.
BetterHelp is also making counseling more accessible by offering financial aid and having more affordable prices than traditional in-person counseling. They're also committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if you need, which is so important when you're looking for the right person to help you.
We want you to start living a happier life today. As our listener, and only our listener.
Exclusively here.
Yeah, it's crazy. The BetterHelp only.
The only podcast.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I just feel lucky. Anyway, as our listener, you'll get 10% off your first. What if we find out that they're giving 20% off on somebody else's podcast?
You know what? I've only seen 10. We should make ours 11. We should ask if they'll give us 11% off.
They'll give us 11, and then
Yeah.
like if they won't, we'll just pay the extra one.
Right.
Wow.
Okay,
Okay,
love
we'll
that.
circle back on that. Anyway, you'll get 10% off your first month until we get to 11 by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/WT9. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/WT9. Cal, you
What up?
You seem to say that you have found a bit of a better handle on your emotions since being with Remi.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Wow.
Cal's
It's
eyes
kind of
just
hard to talk about it.
rolled into the back of his head.
It's hard to talk about.
It's hard. I don't know. It's like,
So this is a podcast where we talk about things.
yeah.
Strong.
Strong beverage.
Oh my God.
So I've always had a problem with like confronting my problems.
Ooh, and by the way, you're speaking to women who want to hear that you sucked at something. So feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Because it's the journey.
I suck at everything.
Oh, great. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
No, Cal, you don't suck
No.
at everything.
It's a journey, guys.
It's all
The
a journey.
woman in Latvia
It's
It's
a
all,
journey.
it's all, it's
It's
all
a
learning.
journey.
Yeah.
No. We're on the path. Talk
Yeah.
about it. That's what we do on this podcast.
So yeah, so like I had a problem with like just like confronting my issues and just like pushing them away.
Oof.
But with Remi, it's like it's always become a learning process of like actually just trying to face them and face them together at points and talk about them and like communicate and figure out like solutions together.
I feel like when you have a partner too that like lets you grow and like lets you learn
Yeah.
how to communicate better without it just being the same fight, like on repetition. Like if your arguments and your conversations don't progressively like improve in terms of communication, I feel like that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it happened pretty naturally to the point where I didn't like, I will be speaking now and I'm impressed with myself mid conversation. I'm like, I didn't know I had this in me.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Hell yeah. I mean, within like the first couple weeks of us dating, how long was it? It was like the first few weeks of us dating?
Yeah.
He was just going through a lot of personal stuff, but I didn't know because he's the king of, well, he was the king of bottling things up. And
Two of us can share the throne.
Yeah.
are you yeah, I could see you're a bottler too.
Oh, I'll be dead on the side of the road, and people will go, "What did he need? A quarter." Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he needed nothing. All he had to do was ask one of his 100 friends, and I'll be like, "No, I'm good."
Why do you
That's
guys
such
do
a
that,
bad
though?
quality.
Yeah,
It
why
drives
do
me
you do that?
insane.
It kind of sounds like you're like proud of it a little bit too.
I
It's
know.
just like a pride thing. It's like I
Yeah.
I know I can
Pride
handle
thing.
this on my own. It's like I don't want to ask people for help because that's just like it just sounds weak.
Let me revise that. I know I should be able to handle this on my own. Whether you can.
Yes.
That's toxic.
Yes.
That's such a toxic
sad.
mindset.
That's so sad.
Okay. Absolutely. But the point is, I think eventually you have to learn that you can trust people to just because you should be able to or could be able to or might be able to doesn't mean that you should in this instance. And like it's that balance of being able to find it and go, oh, cool. I trust you. So I'm going to let my guard down and accept that help.
Do you think that both of you have this mentality from something that happened to you as a child or something in your life, or just like
Yes.
this, like, okay, or like
Yeah.
a view of like
Trauma.
toxic masculinity in your head?
Probably a combination of both.
Yeah, I
I
could
don't-
see a little.
I guess I didn't grow up with anywhere near as much like toxic masculinity as I did watching the world bulldoze over my single mother. So I don't think it's necessarily like a toxic masculinity as much as it is like I watched her battle and fight through things that any individual should have to do alone.
Oh, interesting.
And I think to a degree, it taught me a lot about who I want to be, but also taught me like, oh, you could take more on. You can do this. But just because you can doesn't mean you should.
yeah.
And even though you watch someone do it, like she wouldn't wish that on me.
It's also like inspiring
Yeah.
what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my story.
Yeah. How about you?
For me, it was like I was always like I always felt pressured on myself at least to like go and like get shit done, no matter what it was. But like, I don't want to put it on my parents because that feels unfair. But I don't know. I just always had this like pressure within myself to like go and succeed and be good at something. And if I'm not, then I'm like, I don't know. I'm like harming myself or something because of it. Like I'm like just like, why are you not doing better
Right.
for yourself?
Wait, but
because of that?
siblings, right?
I had siblings.
How
yeah.
many?
2.
And how about you?
One
Boy, girl?
boy.
Wait, You have a brother?
I have a brother.
Yeah.
Have I met him?
No.
No, you'd like him though. He's cool.
He's great.
Why haven't I met your brother?
I love her brother.
He's great. He
Yeah.
doesn't come up much.
I mean, I've barely met Remi's
How
brother
old is
as
he?
well.
25 almost.
He's a baby.
He's a baby.
Let's get him fucked up.
What?
Let's get him fucked up.
Oh, let's get him fucked up.
up.
Oh, good
Let's
live.
get him
do
fucked
it.
up.
He's so fun.
Okay, got it. So you're the oldest.
Yes.
And you?
Also
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Wow, two oldest.
I know.
And two onlys.
Two onlys.
Do you
Two
feel like you share a lot
onlys.
of similar mentalities and things because you are only children?
I don't know as much as if we share the mentalities as much as we don't have, you know how well, you probably know, brothers and sisters who are super close, and the brother and sister is the crutch in social situations.
Oh yeah.
You would go out with your parents and their friends, and you would sit there and just talk to the other brother and sister, and you wouldn't talk to adults. That was not the case for me. To me, if my single mother was going out and I was going with her, I was talking to 45-year-olds at the age of 10.
Yeah.
I think on the flip side of that too, like when my parents and I would go on vacation, and like I was really lucky to like go on vacation with my family. But like during the day when they wanted to do like adult shit, like I got stuck in kids camp by myself, and they were like, "Go make friends, have fun." And so like I'd be in the pool being like, "You want to play mermaids?" You know? And so like
Mermaids with you?
On the flip side.
yeah, on the flip side of that, so
Wow.
it's you're just forced into social situations that like it's accelerated growth. I feel like that you have to just like swallow your pride and just figure it out.
Yeah. I remember like
Interesting.
after school, because you know I have siblings and my mom worked till like 5:36. Like school would get done at 3, and then I would just sit at school until 6
Oh.
Wow.
every day till I was 16
Until
or
you
whatever.
get picked
Which is
up,
why
yeah.
I played every sport possible to just distract from the fact that like I'm gonna just sit here and wait and like watch everybody else get picked up on their Range Rover. You know what I mean?
That's so sad.
I sat in daycare for the same situation.
Yeah.
Like after school care. We had after school care at my elementary school. And so I would just like sit there and
I was in after school as well. Yeah. I had like a whole binder of hockey cards, and I would just like talk to people about hockey cards.
that's the most Cal thing I've ever heard.
I had a couple of friends that did hockey cards, but I was like
Buds.
You still have
obsessed. No.
You got rid of it?
Collectibles
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Collectibles.
When
We
I
could
was looking
NFT
at all this
that
shit
shit, baby.
happening, I was like, dude, I had so many baseball cards, hockey cards.
You got rid of them?
Cal.
They're gone. They're somewhere.
Could have been your claim to fame.
Right?
I know.
Should've
I
had
think
another
that I
house.
do have a binder of Pokemon cards
Oh, I for
somewhere.
sure do. I
And
know
I for
exactly
sure
where it
have a
is.
fucking holographic Charizard somewhere.
Oh.
For
I
sure.
know exactly where it is.
Really yours?
Yeah, next time we go
You
back,
actually-
we're gonna pull that shit out.
Oh my
100%.
God.
Are you going to
Yeah.
keep it? You going to sell it?
Just sell that shit.
It's hard to say. Hard to say. Okay, so wait. So you're the oldest.
Yeah.
And how old are your siblings?
They're both 24.
Twins.
No, they're 22. They're turning 23.
What?
They're turning 23, aren't they?
No. They were born in 97.
They're not 24.
Well, 97, 2021 minus.
They're 23 turning 24.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
So sorry.
Happy medium there.
Sorry.
Ask
Love
that
that.
again. Cut
I
that.
always get confused because we're technically a year apart, 96, 97, but
How old
they're
are you?
25.
Child.
He and his siblings
baby.
are the exact same
baby.
age difference between my brother and I. To
Oh,
the
no
month.
way.
To the month.
Well, because
Wow.
your siblings
Yeah.
are twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy and girl.
God, that would be. Oh wow.
Mhm.
Are they super close?
They're close now. When we were growing up, we were all like pretty individualistic. Like we all kind of did our own thing, and we never really like talked to each other. But now we've gotten a lot closer because like we're now in the real world, and we're
Right.
like we have to talk to our like each other about our problems.
Right.
And what's funny is that my brother and sister actually both went to school and college at like my brother went to Boston College, my sister went to Boston University,
Oh shit. Okay.
which is like crazy to think
Right.
about. It's like wow, you just
And you
right
went
next to each other.
to.
Wake Forest.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, they were just like right down the street from each other. They would go and like have lunch together sometimes. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
Boston's such a college town. There's like 10
Right?
elite colleges within a mile of each other.
Oh,
It's-
really?
Really? I've
It's
never been.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My sister was right across the street from MIT.
Oh.
I would just
Yeah.
like really take slow walks outside of like their
Oh, yeah.
lunchtime. Slow walks.
Look for the dick print.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Gray sweatpants. Ween.
No, I'd find a husband there.
Okay. Got
I'd
it.
eat
Yeah.
my lunch really slow.
Yeah.
You did.
I just the timing of that was so perfect.
Got it. Wait, but Cal, talking about you wanting to succeed, you
God
went
damn it.
and did the thing that like you have a degree in computer science. That is
Yeah.
that's a thing that most people
That's a
would
big
look at
feat.
and go, well, on the right path.
He's really smart.
I just always told myself that I wasn't very good at it.
Why?
I don't know. I just like,
What
it
is
was hard for me
your-
to get through classes.
What's your internal, what's the voice in your head that says the thing that you know is or isn't true, but continues to bring you down? What
Also,
does it say
Cal,
to
don't
you?
worry. We're going to flip this on Jeremy afterwards to do a deep dive on him.
I
So
hope we
go
have a
ahead.
better
No, I
help
mean-
sponsorship in this episode. That'd be
We usually do.
That'd
We
be
really
great.
do.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
I don't think we do.
Oh, shit. Well, thanks, BetterHelp, for sponsoring
But for
so
last
many
week-
past podcasts. We love you.
Coupon code WILD WT9,
Go WT9
for
yeah.
10%
yeah.
off your
yes,
free.
Yes. That one's free, BetterHelp. That one's free.
Because next quarter's CPM, it's a little bit up. All right. So that's a free one.
Boom.
But
They're
back
throwing
to,
you
the
a
demon,
bone.
back to the demon in your head.
For sure. I don't know. It was hard for me to get through classes every year. I would always be at the professor's office. Like, you know how people always say, like, when you go to college, like, they always preach, like, go to your professor's office, like, go to office hours, like, get help.
Office hours.
I was there all the time.
Really?
But that's good.
Because I just like, I just remember there was one day specifically where I was in class and someone was like explaining like who would be good at computer science. And they're like someone who's creative and someone who's good at math. And I was like, I'm both of those things. I'm perfect for this.
Right.
And I like, every time I was in a computer science class, I would like, I had a problem keeping up. And I wanted to blame it on high school because my high school was like so behind on technology that I didn't even have a computer lab. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that shit was like people would like, there was like a computer lab, but I was never required to like
I
take
see.
a class there or
Yeah.
anything. Like it was just there.
Nor was there an environment or a culture where people were excelling in that
Never.
field. Therefore, if you were to do it, you'd be alone.
Like there was a Photoshop class, but like they didn't do shit. Like
Right.
they didn't even learn it. So I was like just in this.
Jeez.
I was like in all this like computer science courses, like always behind, always in office hours, and I just like always told myself like, what, like I'm just not good at this. But like, I mean, I got the degree.
Right.
But also too, I
So-
feel like real world application is so much different than the stuff that you learn in school.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like you're being really hard on yourself, you know, because like you just require, like I think about all the exams that I took where I would spend the 48 hours leading up to the exam, you cram, you memorize, I go and write the exam, and then I just wipe my brain clean. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not to say that you shouldn't go to college
100%.
at all. Like, that's 100% not what I'm saying. Like, if college is right for you, college is right for you. But like the learning mechanism that education has is just so much based around memorization, at least for my programs.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
I forget
agree.
almost everything immediately after my finals. I'm just like,
Exactly.
fuck, I'm just so glad I got it over
Exactly. And you're like, oh, did I pass?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. I passed.
Yeah.
And like, if even for accounting, I do literally zero accounting now. And I had to pay for a tutor every single week to get me through accounting because
Oh,
I'm like a
man.
creative and like that just doesn't make sense and click in my brain.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to somebody today who had a degree from Oxford
Wow.
in literature. And she was like explaining to me how she just got like, she was given her like, you're here for 30 more days. We're giving you severance. You're out. Big
Damn.
executive position,
Whoa.
massive company. Everyone's heard of it kind of thing.
Whoa.
And she was like kind of going, I was like, and she reached out to me. She's like, Jeremy, you always have like, you're always in the know, you know, it's like new, like, is anybody hiring? What's going on? And of course, this woman has 30, 40 years of experience making millions of dollars. Asking my ass, who dropped out of the college in Kentucky that I got a decent enough scholarship to because I couldn't put food in my mouth. So I just left so I could go, you know, start my life. Wow. And I was like going through the motions and I got done with this calling. I realized to myself, it's okay. You didn't finish college. Okay. Or you never went to college. Or you did finish college. You know what you're going to do. It's okay.
Yeah.
Time, you'll figure it out. And it's okay. If you haven't figured it out today, that's okay. Tomorrow will come. It's a gift. But if you get there, don't be so hard on yourself.
I fall victim to this every single day where I feel like I'm 10 steps behind everyone else and everything that everyone else is doing, I'm always playing catch up. And like, it doesn't like click for me until I'm able to like take a step back. And a lot of times it's when someone else points it out. Like when I'm stressed and I'm like, I'm so behind, like I'm just like, I'm playing catch up. Like I'm 10 miles behind and I'm out of breath and I can't catch my breath. Like it takes someone else to point out like what the reality of the situation is because it's so like distorted when it's your own vision of it.
Yeah. You're just
Yeah.
like, you're
I
constantly
totally
your
get
worst
that.
enemy, always.
Yeah, 100%. And it feels like no matter how much I achieve, I'll still always have that like very broken mindset of like playing catch up, which is not at all good. Like, you know, first step is realization of your problems, you know? So maybe I'm in step one of that phase.
We went to this event this last weekend with like a bunch of like, you know, tech, entertainment, fucking LA, whatever. And the people that were just surrounding Lauren to listen to her opinions and thoughts and things, not just because like you have followers, because like you have things to say. I was like, fuck yeah.
That's amazing.
dope.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
so
dope.
cool.
It's really cool, but I will say not to.
Why don't you go and take the compliment?
I will. But it was like a very like crypto tech based audience who are trying to build products for creators. So I feel like as a voice of a creator, what I was saying had value to them because it wasn't their normal like tech crypto people
Who
that
just
are
don't
in their
understand.
circle. Yeah, and they
Yeah.
don't understand it. And so like the most basic ideas of like creators and like
She
opinions.
was
Like
in a room full of ex-Google, ex-Amazon, ex-Facebook, ex-Microsoft, ex-Oracle, every big name you've ever heard. And they were all sitting around going, so you don't like that? Yeah, fuck that. Oh, we'll take that off. We'll take it off the product roadmap.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Doesn't
What else?
that make you feel so good?
like yes, but at the same time I'm like
Are you
No,
fucking
no,
kidding?
no. This is what we're working on.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
so yes, but like so here's where my mindset is at for that. It's like it makes me feel so good, but I'm also like I am replaceable. I'm a creator that could be replaced by anyone else in this room and they'd be excited about those ideas as well.
Think so.
Not true.
I don't think
No.
so.
Not true.
Okay, so that's where my head is at though, because like I'm like, okay, I'm a voice of a creator. I'm not like the creator. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many other options that could. No.
I don't think it's a.
You're annoying.
I don't think it's being replaceable.
the
I just think,
compliment.
I just like you and any other creator might have differing opinions. That doesn't make yours or their opinion any less than.
Right, but that almost plays into like what I'm thinking. And I'm like, oh, my opinion is great because, you know, like I'm a creator and they're like valuing it. But also it could be any other creator. Like I don't think there's anything special about me. It was just that they had access to me on that night.
Yeah, okay, so but have
Damn,
you
girl.
have you gone?
Are you okay?
You're like, you got trauma, bitch.
I'm not gonna they certainly don't fucking need it. But there's a big VC in San Francisco that's been a part of every big tech company ever. And not one, but two partners within the same week were like, hey, can I get time on your calendar to pick your brain, end quote, which as a salesperson, I would say, where's my money? Let me pick your brain on how we can work with you to get your opinions and thoughts on what we're about to put tens of millions of dollars into. Now, Lauren being the nice person said, of course, yeah, I'll give you time. I would have told him, give me that fucking back end. But
me doing research for like 4 days
my
beforehand,
God.
sweating,
Of course,
ready for my
Jeremy,
God.
what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? And I'm like, no, they're not asking me to get on the fucking phone with them. And it's just like the people that I look up to and aspire the most are excited to have time on your calendar to get a little bit of your brain.
Right, but again, like I'm a differing.
Can you take it again? So respond to this without a but.
I'm just trying to give you the perspective of where my head is at.
I'm going to challenge you to just say whatever you're going to say without a but.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the biggest VCs in the world, two partners were ecstatic to get time on your calendar, to get advice, to do the thing that they are some of the best positioned people to do exactly what they're doing. What are your thoughts?
Yes, and I am grateful. And it was really cool. Honestly, like, it was so flattering for them to be like, oh, like my opinion is like cool and valuable to them.
Period.
Period.
Everyone saw the P forming on my lips.
Looking at you, Andrew Chen.
Like they're choosing you as like the voice of like creators of YouTube, basically. Like you're like the representative in that sense, and that's awesome. Like that's
It
a
is
great
cool.
honor.
I think
Yeah.
the imposter syndrome in me is just like, oh, well, I'm the only one they had access to.
How many YouTubers have reached out to you in the last year and said, how do you angel invest?
A few.
That's not a conversation and a question that most people get.
That's true.
She's like,
I feel
all
awkward.
right, let's move on. I'm going to praise somebody else. Remi has a new fucking cooking series.
Chrissy Teigen moved the fuck over
No,
because
no,
cooking
no,
with
no,
Remi
no,
is
fuck
here.
over.
Move the fuck over, bitch.
The world is big enough for Chrissy Teigen and Remi.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Right, but
much.
it's time to share the spotlight is what I'm saying.
So
So I'm just saying Chrissy Teigen at the top, but like move the fuck over because Cooking with Rem is also coming to the top. We're not canceling Chrissy.
okay, good. It hurt. Anyway, point is, can you walk us through? Because what's funny is I googled cooking with Remi afterwards, to like look it up, and I
Yeah.
saw, oh, you've been doing this.
Yeah.
So walk me through it.
I've always loved. It's funny. I've loved cooking. I've loved food my entire life, but I started cooking with Remi as a vlog segment. I don't even know how long ago. I feel like it's just been a thing that I've done because whether I was making breakfast.
We
and I
talked
happened to
about
be
your cooking on
vlogging
this
it.
podcast several times.
We always
Several.
do.
Without me there?
Yes.
Wow,
Probably.
thank you.
Literally the best meal I've ever had is when you made the spicy nudes. What are those called again? The something.
The vodka pasta?
the
Tteokbokki?
Vinny and whatever. Vinny,
Johnny Vinny's.
Oh,
Johnny
Johnny
Vinny's
Vinny's.
spicy.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's like the best
And
pasta
Cal
I've
brought
ever
it right
had.
up in front of you. So that's great. Too.
Right.
So that's
True.
two
Good
compliments.
segue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Segu here. But
Segu.
okay.
We Segu, remember?
Good Segu. Yeah, I've been doing cooking for so long on the on my vlog channel, and I would do kind of sprinkles on the main channel, but just I would try and keep that main channel format, you know, of
Yeah.
like the saturation and the music.
May she rest in peace.
R.I.P. And so I don't know. I finally feel like I tried to shop around a cookbook a few years ago, and all the publications basically were like, sorry, no. Like she just
Publications told you no.
they told my team no. They said right now cookbooks are just so saturated.
Oh,
We
I see.
only have room for if you are a celebrity like Chrissy Teigen,
Right.
or if you are Gordon Ramsay, Ina Garden, any like
To do
real
like a next
chef.
one. Yeah.
Exactly, which I understand, but they were kind of like build your portfolio and then
I can't
come
wait
back.
till you give him a fucking finger. Literally, I hope you post the
100%.
receipts to all of them.
Expose them.
I don't even know who it was. My team just came back and were like, "Sorry, no," and I was like,
Okay.
Interesting.
But then after that was years ago, and I was like, I don't really know how to build a portfolio, so I didn't do anything really.
You're doing it right now.
Well, so it took me
Yeah.
a long time. I tried to do the website last year, but it was during COVID and I was trying to do it all by myself. I don't know how to food style. I don't know how to like photograph anything. I just
Also,
know how to cook.
You, food styling in particular, you don't actually use the same recipe, right? Don't you have to like use like glue for milk?
I
and
use
things
the
like
real
that?
recipe, but I
Really?
do know a lot of people do
Yeah.
inedible things
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
hacks. We've just been taking photos of the actual food. And
Every
it looks
time.
pretty
Good for you.
Every time.
What a-
Her
what a
team's
concept.
incredible.
I know, what a concept. You can
Yeah.
actually eat it. So it's been really fun. And so we made it a main channel. I originally was going to make it a whole other channel and then do all this other stuff. And I realized like, why not just put it on the main channel? And we've been doing that.
Jeremy, I don't know about you, but the older that I get, the more interested I am in learning new things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why you're laughing. So school forced us to learn things like math and science and geometry and geography, which I still don't really know geography. But now I've become so much more interested in learning more about the subjects that I actually love. That's why I have been loving Masterclass. They offer such a wide variety of classes taught by incredible instructors.
Masterclass offers over 100 classes taught by the masters you know and love. They've got a class about creativity and leadership taught by Anna Wintour, or if you're more interested in film, Martin Scorsese teaches a class on filmmaking. They offer almost any subject you might be interested in, and the instructors they get to teach the subjects are worth joining for alone.
Each lesson is only about 10 to 15 minutes long, so you're able to fit the classes into any busy lifestyle. Masterclass lets you explore lessons in any order you'd like across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, and computer. I am a literal terrible actor, and I have no interest in actually acting myself, but I'm obsessed with Natalie Portman, and I'm obsessed with watching Natalie Portman teach acting. So again, I want to make it very clear, don't expect me in a movie or a show or anything acting related.
Unless Tyler Perry calls again.
Unless Tyler Perry calls again. Boo number 3, let's go.
I gotta be honest, can you imagine not being like, I don't know what would have to be on your calendar to say no to that?
To Tyler
To
Perry.
be too busy for a Tyler Perry
I made
sequel.
myself for a sequel.
Yeah.
For a sequel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when I get called for Boo 3, Tyler Perry, Boo 3,
We know who we'll
Halloween,
thank.
We'll know who to
Masterclass.
thank. Masterclass and Natalie Portman.
They're gonna be like, please get back to the script.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every masterclass, and as a Wild Till 9 listener, you'll get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/wild. That's masterclass.com/wild for 15% off Masterclass. Duke Cannon is changing the way men wash their bodies.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, with their new line of Thick body wash, Lauren. Yeah, I've been
okay,
recently
okay.
obsessed with Thick. It's the new product from Duke Cannon Supply Company. Thick earns its name by being 3 times thicker than common body washes. It's the high viscosity alternative to watching your money run down the shower drain. Thick comes in a big ass container, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon.
Thick comes in 4 different scents that are all honestly so bomb. And Jeremy post shower is definitely not something that I'm mad at. Not that I've like been mad at you in the past, like post shower, but like this is better. This is better for sure. The bourbon oak barrel scent was made for you, and
we
it's
can
like
get them to change that flavor or that scent to Jeremy.
to Jeremy scent.
Yeah.
We just call it Jeremy. Okay, but yeah, bourbon oak barrel scent to just the Jeremy scent.
Jeremy by Wild Till 9 by Duke Cannon.
Okay, maybe. We'll work on that. So yeah, it's like such a classy scent and not like a teenage boy dumping body spray on himself kind of scent.
The body washes go for $9 each or all 4 for $30. Pretty good deal if you ask me. Visit DukeCannon.com and use the promo code WT9 for 10% off your entire order. Free shipping with orders over $20, that's big. And a range of Duke Cannon men's premium products are also available at select Target stores.
I have a question, and I actually don't think we've ever talked about this in our like years of friendship. So with DIYs, I had like the main core audience that never actually did the DIYs, and they were just kind of there for the entertainment, and then a small portion of them that did the DIYs. Is that the same for cooking, or do you feel like a bigger portion is like a 50-50 of people who actually make the things, or is it more people that are just like there for your personality?
I think more people are there for cooking, actually.
Oh yeah?
Everybody eats.
Exactly. I think that a lot of people, whether it's, I mean, I've done so many things from like healthy foods with people following the health journey, and people resonated with that obviously a lot. And then people just like food. People love to try cooking and things like that. So I think a lot of people try. I originally, when I came up with the idea to start it on the main channel, like make this a full thing, I was thinking of doing like Remi's recipes or like something different.
That's cute.
It's cute. But then I realized like, cooking with Remi was already a thing. I didn't even realize I had started a hashtag years ago. Yeah. The hashtag is filled with like thousands of photos and all these things. I was like, I have to do cooking with Remi.
Also, like Remi's recipes will be a book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets picked up.
I hope you go back to every single person that said no and said, I'm not giving the offer. I just want to let you know I'm doing it.
Middle finger motherfucker.
I'm gonna make a quick prediction right now. So do you guys know who David Zasloff is?
No.
You know who David Zasloff is?
No.
David Zasloff is basically the head honcho at Discovery.
Oh.
Who is now the new head honcho of media at Warner and Discovery. I'm going to put it out in the world. Within the next 2 years, that guy's going to green light a show for you.
100%.
Bitch, you want to be in my network?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
100%.
Let's
100%.
go.
I have actually a bone
100%.
to pick with HBO Max. Your app seems to be down quite often.
You know, I personally apologize on behalf of all of HBO Max.
because the
Stream
came from
Craftopia.
Craftopia, that's okay.
AT&T's like, we sold it. Listen, it's out. Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem anymore. Discovery, we're looking at you, baby.
I legitimately think you will have your own show on a Discovery Network portfolio within the next 2 years.
Okay, but I have a question. So do you
If you want it.
does
would love that.
does that sound exciting to you, or do you think that you've got more power on YouTube? Because like I think in terms of being a personality and like a DIY person creator, like I hold more power on YouTube than I do on Craftopia on the show. But like it's just like a totally different experience. So like being a cooking personality,
But you also trust your production company.
that's true. I love my production company.
If
Like
you didn't trust your production company, you'd be in the weeds.
but also it's a different role. It's an entirely different role that I get to play.
And my girl got nominated for Daytime Emmy.
Woo!
What,
I told
that
her
is
she's gonna go
nice.
for an EGOT.
How's
Can't
that
you see
Tony
it?
coming?
It's coming along.
It's coming along. Let's
I'll
go.
get the Tony. She does the ego.
I got the ego.
EGOT.
Ego.
I'll do you do the ego. Yeah.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Are you going to start a musical or are you going to write one?
I actually had a dream last night I was on Broadway.
Fuck. Yeah, dude.
I'm not
Do
gonna.
it.
I woke up this morning. I was
Do
like,
it.
it's my dream.
Do it.
I'm not kidding.
Do
I
it.
sold a tech company in my dream, and I got a call, and I went and did Broadway in my dream last night. Very weird.
Dream big, baby.
Dream big, baby.
Lauren
we
would
coming
hate
for
you.
You
that.
got this shit,
Lauren
bro.
would hate that so much.
If you're on Broadway?
She hates musicals and hates New York. So yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
On Broadway.
All those things are. I don't hate Broadway. Like I like going to plays, but I'm just not passionate about them.
I can tell you right now,
Understood.
I will do Broadway before I'm dead.
Wow.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I will.
What would you do?
Fuck yeah.
You want to
I
like
love
star?
that.
No.
You want to be a tree?
Well, no. No. It'd be like a 2-week thing.
Okay. A
2 or
short
3
stint.
weeks. Yeah.
Yes.
Some short.
One night and one night only.
I will do Broadway before I die. 100%. 100%.
Dream big, baby.
I'll be front
It'll be
row.
after I've sold enough things so that I can go fuck off to New York for a year or two and it won't matter, but 100%.
Coming
Like-
for that tea.
Like, to use Hamilton as a reference, would you want to be like the George Washington
stand
of a?
Hamilton.
No, we're coming back from
I'm
Mean
using it
Girls.
as
He's gonna be Jonathan
using it as
Bennett.
a reference.
Aaron Samuels.
Just using it as a reference. Like, would you want to be the George Washington?
I would like to be Zac Efron. You're right.
If we want to be Zac Efron, okay,
Yeah.
go. All right.
Yeah.
Is Zac Efron in Hamilton?
No.
No.
Actually,
I was gonna say.
who do I look
I
like?
didn't watch it, but I knew that.
Fuck no! My doppelganger is actually on Broadway.
Dear
Oh,
Evan Hansen.
Josh something.
Josh Gad.
No.
I don't see that at all.
So everyone says I look like Aaron Tveit.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Great voice. Great voice.
I don't see it.
Wait, Grease?
So, fuck everybody.
This is Grease?
And I think
I
that
see
was-
Brendan Urie more than I see this.
Yeah. No, there was someone who the name Josh something that you look like. Oh yeah, I don't see that at all.
Josh?
Yeah, I don't see it as much anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So either
It's Dumel.
It's Dumel?
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
I don't see this at all
Duhamel?
anymore.
It's just, wait, it's spelled D-U-H-A-M-E-L.
Yeah, Dumel.
Huh.
Duhamel.
You know what? I think that's one of those
Duhamel.
names that I've never pronounced because I wasn't confident in how to say it. So I've just avoided it for many, many years.
I just say it. I'm just
Segu.
like, I'm just going to say
Segu.
it.
Did you hear she
Someone
thought
will-
Segway was pronounced Segu?
Did you
Oh,
know
yeah,
that?
I remember that.
S-E-G-U-E. Segu.
Listen, people aren't coming here for
Put
an
me in a
academic
spelling
experience.
bee, bitch.
They're looking to feel relatable.
No finance advice, no academics,
Zero.
no spelling bee.
No,
Zero.
no. I will say that I have had more people reach out about Segu than I have about any other topic.
It's so good.
Yeah, maybe Gray Sweatpant Ween is number one, but Segu is probably our second
Get
most.
the fuck out. That's amazing.
Yeah, everyone will be like, "Oh my god, I saw the word Segu in my textbook today, and I thought of you, and I too was shocked that it's spelled Segu."
You're still saying Segu, by the way.
Well, it's just Segu
Segu
now. It is
now.
Segu.
It is now
Yeah, yeah.
Segu.
We don't
Yeah.
segue. We Segu.
You know how like literally now means not figuratively?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
You know what I've caught myself
Gotcha.
saying recently is genuinely. Like I've turned that into my new literally.
I do that with so many words.
I know.
Where I just do it too much.
I know, and then you don't understand. Like you don't catch yourself doing it until you're watching a vlog back, and you're like, "Oh, bitch, that's not how you use that word." Yeah.
Or the words lose their emphasis because we use
Yes.
it too many
Yes,
times.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Per-
yes.
T. That.
For real, that one.
That?
No,
Like
that.
T.
T. Purr.
T.
That's an Ollie specialty right there. Purr. I really had to explain to Jeremy what that was, and he was like, "I don't understand." I was like, "Period." And he was like, "What does that mean?" I was like when
The
you say something,
house.
what was it? Boots down the house, baby.
boots the house
Boots the
down.
house
Say
down,
what?
baby.
Ollie has a specialty every month.
He does.
It's
He really
has
does.
a specialty of the month. And it's whatever the trend is. And it's just like, okay.
Well, he gets it from like Drag Race. and
Drag Race,
things.
yeah.
Like all
Oh,
these
gotcha.
words originate
Gotcha.
from drag
And
queens.
Gotcha.
you don't watch Drag Race, do you?
No.
And neither do I. I have a call with Drag Race tomorrow.
Shut up. Call Ollie.
Yeah, call Ollie. Ollie will know
Ollie.
everything.
Call
Yeah.
Ollie.
It's at
will give
8:30 in the morning. So
Call
I
him right
don't-
now.
I
He's an
don't-
night owl. Yeah.
Anyway, so moving on.
Sorry.
So pretty basic
Yes.
with Alicia.
Yes.
Can you, now that she's not here,
Yes.
we'll talk about it behind her back.
Okay.
No, so can you give us a quick insight into like the behind the scenes of just like operating that as an entrepreneur and like trying to like further that? Like we've been a podcast for almost a year now. I feel like we're like getting into our groove.
I better fucking hope so. It was like episode 43.
Right. But like,
Damn.
you guys have been doing this, right?
43?
I know. Doesn't it feel like it's been 6
was really
episodes?
good.
I
I
know.
remember when y'all were starting.
I know, we're
That
almost at a
shit
year.
Flew
The
by.
I know.
The airport book. I remember that too.
Yes.
It does feel. Oh my god, it's been
Shit's
so long.
blowing.
What's the
I
airport
know.
book
right now.
Because Remi and I, so our original, I think we've talked about this before on the pod, but like our original title for the podcast was The Right Swipe.
Right.
Right. And so I brought that up to Remi, and Remi was like, "Oh my God, that's my favorite book." And actually,
She says favorite, but I never finished it. She always says favorite, but I did purchase the book from an airport.
at the airport. And
Yes.
so Remi was like, "Oh, is it inspired by the book? Like, I love that book. Have you read it?" And I was like, "What book?" I'm like, "What do you mean crushing my dreams for the podcast name?" And then we ended up not going with it because it was a massive, just not lawsuit, but just like a copyright trademark
Tinder and Bumble
nightmare.
are in court right now, suing each other over.
Swipe.
Damn.
But they want to trademark swipe right. And so we
We're right
wanted the
swipe.
right swipe.
But U.S. trademark, if you can be confused, doesn't matter.
Right. So
Yeah.
they said no. And so we were like, great, Wild Till 9.
Okay, back to pretty basic. Okay, so like we haven't run out of things to talk about yet. But how many years have you been doing it?
Wait, this is almost 3 years.
Holy
Well, 2.5
shit.
coming up on the third.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's gone by also in the blink of an eye, though.
Really?
Yeah.
And when we started it, I remember when the idea was proposed to us, we were like, podcast? I don't know. Like, obviously, podcasts have been around for a long time, but
Right.
the influencer space was still pretty new with doing
Yeah.
podcasts. And even when we did the announcement, we both were like hyping it up so much. We did like a whole 10-day countdown and this and that.
I remember
People-
that.
People were so hyped until we said, it's a podcast. Everyone was like, what the fuck is this?
Really?
This is all it was. Yeah, but now if anybody says they're doing a podcast,
Yeah.
everyone's like, woo. But we were in the time where it wasn't cool. People didn't really know about
And fucking
it. Yeah,
jokes
exactly.
on them.
That's it now.
Yeah.
Jokes on them now.
Yeah, it ended up being, I think, perfect timing for us. And it's been interesting because I feel like that dynamic of, obviously, it's been a long time. We've talked about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And doing it weekly can be hard sometimes when you don't really have things up, especially in the pandemic. I remember first when we moved and we were doing it from home over Zoom, it was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do we talk about today? Like today,
Also, too, like when you're
sat on my
not
couch.
going out and doing things and having new things
Yeah.
happening, because like
Oh, yeah.
we ran into that too. Because like 1, we lived together. 2, we're not seeing anyone else. 3, we're not going anywhere, doing anything. Like nothing has changed from last week. What the fuck are we gonna talk about?
Yeah. I'm for real. I mean, we just went to Vegas for one weekend. I came back with a hilarious story that we told on the podcast today. Everybody's like, this is my favorite episode yet.
Yeah.
Because it's finally something
Right.
interesting.
New and fresh.
Right,
and
that we're
exciting.
doing. Yes.
Exactly. So it's been really fun. It's interesting also running a business with your best friend. I feel like
Yeah.
I kind of forget. I'm sure it's interesting
Same.
for you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
BFFs.
See?
That was
See?
tough. I thought you were
my hand.
pointing.
It's
I thought you
hard-
were
it's hard to see.
pointing.
It's hard to see, okay?
Thank you.
I'm not looking there.
I will say, Cal, that was much
Looking
more in
this
front of
way.
my eyes than yours were. That was right in front of me. But I thought you were saying see, and pointing at Rem. I didn't
No, I'm
realize
talking to
that
my business
was
partner.
that's me.
I have to interrupt. Today, I had a conversation with some individuals. Really respect them. So I'm going to put this out in the world. We are going to start executive producing new podcasts
Fun.
that have nothing to do with us as
Oh my God,
hosts.
that makes me nervous
Yes.
that we're putting that out there.
Love that.
We are, and it won't be anytime soon, but we will start, launch, and put more podcasts out of the world.
And be like a Wild Till 9
starting
network
like
kind
a
of thing.
production company
absolutely.
kind
Absolutely.
of
Because
thing.
like we have such good contacts in the industry that
Yeah.
are constantly looking for just like more of what we're doing niche wise.
Okay.
And so literally I had a conversation today and I brought it back and I was super excited about, oh, this is good. I think we're going to do it. It's going to be amazing. Great topic, great talent, all these things. I said, okay, cool. And I was like, yeah. So like, what do you think? She's like, well, I think it's cool. I was like, yeah. Like, aren't you excited about this? Like doing this? And she's like, oh, I'm invited.
Also, I'm standing butt ass naked in the shower with my panda shower cap on. Jeremy's got his head in the shower door, letting all of the cold air in. We're having this conversation just to give you some context
on,
here to
bro.
paint
You're gonna let the
a
cold
visual.
in, bro?
I
So
know.
excited. Come
How are you gonna do that?
I was so excited to share. And then of course of course we're going to do this together. She's like, really? I was like, how would I do without you? I don't do content without you.
I didn't know.
I'm being invited.
So we're putting more podcasts out in the world.
Love that.
Amazing.
That's. I think that's the
I
way to
love
go.
that.
As of
I
today,
really
I'm
do.
very excited about it.
Good.
Now that I'm in
As
on
of
it.
As of
post-shower,
today.
yeah.
As of post shower,
shower
like
cap?
10 hours ago. Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
What the fuck? Same. But yeah, like, it's weird because like I know how like our business works.
Yeah.
But I think it would almost be not. I think for some couples it would be nearly impossible to do this. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I don't think
we're-
we could do it.
We're just weird enough to make it work. And also her strengths and my weaknesses and her weaknesses and my strengths, for the grace of God, somehow line up. We could not have, I don't think we could will our way to doing business the way we do. It just happens mostly naturally.
Yeah, 100%. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on in this room at all whatsoever. But like for Jeremy to make a thumbnail, no chance. You know what I mean? Like so we have a nice little balance going on.
Right. And also everyone picks up your calls.
That is a plus.
Yeah.
That is a plus.
Every platform ever. It's just like, how about we put
There
the
you go.
executives on the line for an hour for you to talk? And I'm like, as a salesperson, I'm like, okay.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Right. Yeah. So like for you, it's a wildly successful podcast. And people don't realize just how few podcasts have one female host, yet one female host of color, that two female hosts. So like when you think about like persons of color, female, podcast space, like you guys have a very, 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 very specific type of message that is resonating to more than half the world, yet no one's actually fucking bringing it to the table. But 3 years later, I feel like it's hard to come up with new shit. Like, do you feel the pressure at this point?
First of all, I have to just let everyone know that Jeremy is absolutely the number one pretty basic hype boy. I found out about our Webby nomination from Jeremy. I woke up.
Did you really?
No, for real.
I was like, congrats on the Webby
I know.
nomination. Yeah.
So, yes. Second of all, I think...
And by the way, have you won that yet?
Yes,
Yeah, we won.
they won.
It's already done?
They
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
We are in
yeah,
the
they
presence
won
of
that
a
shit.
Webby Award
Won.
winner.
I know.
Go.
Can't wait to get
That's
the
weird because
trophy.
we didn't even get nominated.
Webby.
Studio
That's weird,
71.
because I
Webbies.
filled out the application myself.
Webbies.
We'll see you next year. It's fine.
Okay, back to your question. I think yes and no. I think it just truly depends on the time. Actually, Alicia and I went away for like a week from each other, and we went and did our own thing. She did her own thing, and we came back together. And that's kind of the base and the root of the podcast and why we started it was like we were just best friends, just like, for lack of a term, dicking around.
Right, but like, is this the first time you all had done business together?
Oh, yes.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. But and this is the first time I've done business with any other creator, I would say too. And especially at this capacity. But I mean, we came back together after a week apart and just sat and chatted about what happened and
Yeah.
we're dying laughing and then getting comments of people saying like, this is my favorite episode. Like it truly is just us talking and like hanging out and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think
So
that's
it's
like
natural.
the appeal of the podcast, right? Because you feel like you're just like chilling with someone on FaceTime while you're like putting clothes away or like
Exactly.
eating your lunch and stuff like that. I mean, like those are my favorite podcasts 100%, where I feel like I'm participating in the conversation, but just like a bystander, like chilling.
Yeah.
The comments are like, your podcast is what I listen to while I grade papers. Your podcast is what I listen to on the way home. Your podcast is the thing. Like I got a message today from someone who was like, hey, I know you're probably not gonna remember this, but I live in Iran. I texted you guys on your community line because I lost a job and I didn't have a job. And you told me it was gonna be okay. And I got a job today. So I just want to like say it turned out okay. And I was like,
That's
Congrats
so
on the job.
Sweet. Congrats on the job.
yeah, it was just like little things like that. I was like,
That's awesome.
amazing. And like,
Yeah.
and tomorrow I was
That's
like,
awesome.
I do kind of remember that. Don't mean like,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's little things when you realize like the content and the conversations just mean a bigger thing to someone than you even realize.
I have a
Yeah.
less deep story. So there was another story that was similar in the root of it, where they were like, I was listening to your podcast and then I got into a car accident, but it was okay. I was totally fine. Like my car was a little banged up, but I was listening to the podcast. And so while like the cop was coming to check things out, there was like a really sex oriented conversation happening and it was super awkward, but it was pretty funny and kind of lightened the mood. So thank you for that. And I was like, this is the shit right here that I,
so our DMs are a little
love
different.
That.
that's okay.
Just a little.
It's okay.
It's true.
Either way, same end point.
True. Same end point. I would say my life is a little more chaotic than yours. So that probably makes sense.
Every once in a while. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's okay. I'm a messy chaotic bitch. It's okay.
So what's okay? Priority list. Obviously, Cooking with Remi is huge. Pretty
Not
basic.
yet, but hopefully.
What do you mean? Not yet.
It's not
You're
big.
involved. It's huge.
Okay,
It's
thank
kind of
you.
killing it right now.
Yeah, it is
so
killing
You
it.
remember looking at the analytics? Come on.
Let's go, analytics.
Like, what's the dream? Put it out there.
I think I actually think cooking show, whether that is on YouTube or on a platform, whatever it may be, you know,
A network or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it
YouTube
is.
Red, baby.
YouTube Red is
Whatever
dead.
it is. I just,
Oh, it is?
oh, yeah, it is.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
red, baby. That shit
You know what it is?
I had no idea.
Canceled.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Let's go.
They rebranded to YouTube Premium, which is also a little bit dead. But remember, it was like everyone was like, "Why would you name it YouTube Red when like RedTube exists? Like, why would you do that?"
Wait, what's RedTube?
Oh God.
It's,
We'll find out. We'll share me after
It's
this.
a
we'll let her know.
it's a sassy adult website.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so
Like
when
Pornhub?
And a word from our sponsor.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But like when YouTube Red dropped, everyone was like, how did this get through so many approvals? Because we know all y'all watching porn. So like, how did this get through approvals?
Come on. How did that happen?
So anyway, it's YouTube Premium now, and they
promise.
also changed
A
a lot
bunch
of
of
the.
white dudes in a room somewhere made a decision, and they didn't ask anybody else.
No, but
And
you would
that's how
think
YouTube Red
you would think
Yep.
the white
Yeah.
dudes would have been the ones to be like, oh, well, wait a minute. This sounds a lot like one of my saved tabs, you know?
My
But
first
that's-
bookmark.
But it triggers that thing in them that's like, that sounds pretty cool.
It's like they forget
That sounds
because
pretty
it
cool.
sounds
Okay,
so good.
I see.
YouTube red.
Huh. Well,
Never
I like
been done
red.
Really? Serotonin just went into my body. I'm
But
like,
if it was
whoa.
today,
I'm like,
it would be YouTube
whoa.
Plus for sure.
Right.
YouTube Plus is good. Good idea.
You're welcome, Google. You can have that one.
So a network, so a show on a network is like a dream thing.
I think cookware line specifically in Target because a bitch loves
Let's
a
Target.
bitch loves Target hauls all day, baby.
So if you're a network or a child of a person that works at a network, or you're in the supply chain for cookware, you know where to find it.
Let a girl know. I've heard there's some spaces at Target opening up.
All right. Calbert, what's the next 6 months look like for you?
Albert.
Dude, I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Coming at it. It's Shop
finding
Girl
a new
Summer.
job.
It's Shop Girl
Shop
Summer.
Girl
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah, for all of us.
I'm just looking for a new job.
New job.
I don't like my new. I don't like my job right now, so I'm looking for a new job.
I feel like
job.
now is the time to get a new job where things are like really
Yep.
rapidly changing.
Yeah.
Now is the fucking time.
Yeah,
New jobs are
trying.
hard.
Yeah,
Hard.
So I'm like trying to get certifications
do it,
where I
but you
can.
Because the new
Wait,
jobs are hard. And Remi and I were like,
yeah.
we've been working the same job for like 9 years. Like, I don't know.
So back to the real world. New jobs
Yeah,
are
back to the
hard.
real world. Yeah, new jobs are hard.
New jobs are hard.
I would just like to say that I did my time in the real world.
She wore a kilt.
She wore.
Yeah, she wore a couple weeks
kilt.
ago.
Oh
Ew.
no.
What the fuck, Jeremy? I just want to clarify to everyone
No.
that that is absolutely not
Of
true.
The Irish.
It's Scottish.
It's
you
Scottish.
Scottish.
You fuck.
Fucking uncultured swine, dude.
But it's
Come
luck.
on.
It's luck of the Irish.
Right, but you don't wear the Scottish wear the kilts.
The Scots.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's the
sorry,
kilts.
Scotland.
That was offensive to all of the Scots.
Scotland
Fuck
just
me, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All seven.
Scotland just
all
clicked
seven
off
listeners in
right there.
Scotland
Do we
off.
still have Latvia here? Latvia's still here.
Latvia's still kicking it.
Well, fortunately, Portugal, Spain's still kicking.
Thank God. I thought Portugal was in Spain.
Nice.
Spain.
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Ibiza. Okay, so job hunting. That's a tough
Job
fucking
hunting.
process.
Yeah.
There's nothing more demoralizing than job hunting.
It's terrible.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know
Like,
why?
yep,
The
not
word.
good.
Because you know
Yeah.
what you can get
Wouldn't
when
recommend.
when you don't need a job? All the jobs in the world. When you do need a job,
All of them.
no jobs.
Terrible.
It's as if they like look at where you're at and go, yeah, no.
It's like we would like at least 6 years of experience in
Minimum.
this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you have zero because you're trying to find a job. That
Minimum.
sucks, dude. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go get some experience.
Get
Oh,
some
so we've got a
experience
job, but we're
first.
looking at people that already have a job.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's tough.
That's tough.
We're not
That's
looking for
tough.
homeless.
that's
Get out of
crazy.
here. It's not fun.
Homeless.
Cooking.
I'm kidding.
About to be homeless. Okay,
About,
guys.
yeah, about to be
Go.
homeless. About to be homeless.
Yeah.
This is I'm moving away from jobs. I feel like this is it's great. It's great.
I literally asked them what they were doing in the next 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. This I'm just taking a little it's not quite a U-turn because
A
we're not going back.
sagoo.
A sagoo. Thank you so much. A sagoo.
Yo, 3-point turn?
Ye old 3-point turn. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Ye old 3-point turn. Do you guys feel like as a couple, I'm always interested to hear this. Do you guys feel like as a couple you get along better in quarantine, like when it's just you guys, or now that you're going out?
I have no idea.
Well, honestly, we don't go out enough, I think, to answer that question yet.
Yeah.
Give
Bitch,
us like
you,
a couple
you know what?
months.
You're so social. Literally,
social,
I have
he's
to.
not.
I have to book Remi like 2 weeks in advance. It's wild.
I'm a homebody. And like
Yeah.
she'll just like take me
Remi's
to shit.
booked and busy, baby.
She
Yeah.
really
Booked and
is.
busy, unbothered and thriving.
Mm-hmm.
That's the merch.
On Better Than Thriving, that's the merch. Wow.
Exclusive.
Except for
here.
Rem, I feel like
Nice.
we're always kind of bothered because we're
No,
sensitive.
I know. No. Trust me, I made it and I was like, but I'm not unbothered and thriving.
So
I'm
you're
actually very
projecting.
sensitive, and I think my feelings are
Yes,
hurt.
I'm manifesting.
Bothered
I
and
would-
thriving.
Bothered and thriving. Crying and thriving.
Crying
Yeah.
and thriving.
Sensey and thriving.
Cincy.
We're Cincy girls.
Cincy.
Sensey, and can someone remind me that I'm thriving? Because sometimes I forget.
Because I forget. I just need a little validation.
I need that merch. Oh my God.
That's
I need
actually
that
really
merch. So you're a homebody and Remi just drags you out to be social?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
She's like, I have friends over here grilling. I'm like, okay. All right, cool.
And you're going.
But I
Yeah.
did give you the option this weekend to not go. That's the first time I've ever done that.
Huge.
I was like, I'm
Huge.
going. You want to go?
Huge.
I know you don't. And he said, I'm going to stay home. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go.
I wish I got that.
I was
option.
like, I'm staying home, baby.
I knew that's how you felt, but you concealed it really well. You're like,
I have to be nice, okay?
Lauren, to her detriment, loves doing stuff with me. Like loves. It makes her happy.
Do you see how he's kind of complaining about that?
No,
Like,
I'm not. Look, she really does love hanging out with me.
He's just
and
like
of course I
bragging
love
about
that.
how awesome he is.
No,
I know,
I'm not.
right? He's like,
He's like,
I'm
man,
so
I'm so
fucking
fun.
bummed. And my girlfriend loves
of you.
hanging out with me.
Frat president here.
Let's
I'm
go.
Fun. I'm a good time.
Anyway, my point is Lauren loves doing things with me. And it's not that I don't love doing things with her. I do.
He doesn't.
But I think I'm okay going solo to things a little more than Lauren is, because every time there's an event, especially during the week, it's like, where are we going?
I have to be honest. I feel like I used to be more of an independent bitch until Asian Girl Squad, where boyfriends are always included. And so now it's more fun. It is more fun. But now in my brain, I'm always like, oh, he has to come everywhere. Like that's just my mentality now too.
Yeah.
But it's more fun having someone there. But before I used to just do everything by myself. But then Asian Girl Squad made me realize like, oh, it's accepted and good to bring him around everywhere.
It's okay to bring your boyfriend.
Yes, but no, I love it. I do love
I also
it.
think that like as a group, we do a good job of like having our weekly hangouts, just like the four of us hanging, just like being able to talk shit about our boyfriends. And then for like the bigger events, and then for
You
the
gotta know that shit's
The
happening,
fuck?
dude. You gotta know that shit's happening. Come on.
No.
It's literally why they are together without us.
Okay, they only talk
Oh,
shit.
come on.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, Cal.
You have
they
your
only talk
weekly
shit.
time.
No. They only talk shit about
Without
Max.
us.
They never talk shit about us.
I don't know. I have a feeling there's some shit talked
No.
about me. It's like,
Jerry and Matt under the rug.
Yeah.
We're good.
I never thought that you would like think about it.
Are
So
you
got to
kidding
say-
me?
that was the funniest shit I've ever heard.
come on.
Oh, you're home? That's what I imagined always happened.
Come on.
I would never.
Our weekly nights without the boyfriends.
I look
Talking
forward
mad shit.
to
We're
Asian
making
Girl Squad
bracelets.
hangouts so much.
Me too. Talk all your shit.
Listen, light
Offended.
me up all you want. Stay out as late as you want. Let me have the whole fucking bed.
So anyway, so I think we do a great job of
Yes.
having our weekly girl hangs because I think that time is really important.
Yes.
And then we do like
Very.
fun things like Friday night movie night with everyone, which is nice. Or like the Logan Paul fight that's coming up. Like we're gonna do that all together and stuff.
Oh, I can't wait for
I'm
that.
so excited.
I'm so
I
excited.
know. I
for
can't
that.
wait. The
Wasn't that
entertainment.
my birthday?
No,
that was the Jake Paul fight.
That was a Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
Wrong brother.
The other
yeah.
Paul brother is
Yeah.
now fighting
I got
in a few
They're two
weeks.
people.
fucking confused.
Yeah.
I
Calvert.
can't believe I mixed them up. I'm usually good about that too. I was like,
Sorry,
I swear to God, dude, I'm pretty good at that. But like, it was the one time, it was one slip up. Okay, I'm sorry.
get it.
I can have one.
I
I
think-
can have one slip up.
To add context to Jeremy's dislike of doing things with me is that
What in
let's
the
circle back.
Fuck? How
Let's
did we
circle
get back
back.
to that a negative? I said, to your detriment, you love doing things with me. I didn't say I don't like doing things with you.
you just said that I like doing things with more with you than you do with me.
I did not say that.
I'm more excited
Roll
about
the tape back.
Yeah, roll the
I'm pretty
fucking
sure
tape
he
back.
did.
Roll the
Yeah,
tape back.
thank
Sure he
you.
did.
Thank you.
I was gonna. Yeah, I'm Team Lauren on this one.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say, context wise, and this is to your defense, is that I work majority of the day by myself and like just on my phone, on my computer, emailing people, but not like actually interfacing with people face to face. Where Jeremy spends the entire day on the phone and on video calls talking to other people. So by the time the day is over, another face, aka my face, is not as exciting as his face to me.
You
When
got
I,
the best face, babe.
then why isn't it more exciting to talk to at the end of the day?
'Cause it's
To compliment you guys as a couple, we talk about this decently often. She is so good at being on her own. Oh my God, if I'm left alone for 30 minutes,
can't do it.
I like just
Just shake.
disintegrate.
She can't
And
do
I
it.
disintegrate into thin air. I can't do it. And
what
so
do you mean?
I just don't like to be like, I've become codependent. I
will admit it. I will admit it.
But even when he was like in COVID, was getting ready to go back to his job, he's like, I'm going to be gone in the day. You're going to have to be alone. I was like, Chihuahua was shaking.
I
He's
knew,
like,
I knew.
Jeremy goes to work. Like
I was
Lauren,
like, man, she's gonna have a problem.
Lauren's on her own. I can't do it still.
Remi actually does compliment me a lot on that because I'll spend like 14 hours a day by myself.
Nope.
And real quick, so we're complimenting Lauren on her ability to allow me to not be in the same room with her.
Sir.
Yes.
sir, the severity at which you work, though, is very different than the normal person's workload.
What do you mean?
I mean, you work like 8 to 10. That's a long time to hang
That's
by
a
yourself.
long
8 a.m.
Yeah.
to 10?
What?
8 a.m. to 10 p.m.?
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying is that you work a lot and you talk to a lot of people throughout the day. And so I've learned how to be independent.
It's true.
No,
Yeah.
it's very impressive, actually. It really is.
That's great. Yeah.
Thank you.
I leave
Thank
her
you
for
so
an
much.
hour and she's on TikTok and then she falls asleep.
Okay, well, I also
That's
do that
easy.
as well.
I was
That's
gonna
so easy.
Yeah, that's
And
the
who are you
easy
talking
part.
about?
That's the easy part, Cal.
Yeah. But it's like, I keep telling you, like, you got to find a hobby.
Cal's like, loving me cannot be your hobby.
Let's wrap this thing up.
You gotta find a
know, every
hobby.
once in a while-
TikTok as a hobby.
Every
I
once
think
in a
it's
while,
a hobby.
I
Cal
agree.
shows his age.
Market research.
You gotta find a hobby.
You gotta find a
You gotta find a
hobby.
hobby.
You gotta find a hobby.
That's a really old person way to say it. A really old person way to say it.
Back in my day. All right, kids, plug your shit.
CookingWithRemi.com.
Yes, cookingwithRemi.com.
CookingWithRemi.com.
Cal did make
And
the
I was gonna
website.
say, who built the website?
I built the website.
Cal did.
Where's it hosted?
Where's the host on Squarespace?
Oh, hell
Oh, you
yeah.
didn't really build it then. That's templated.
No,
Templated
but
with a lot
like-
of CSS.
I was
though.
going to say, it was actually
A lot
really
of
coded
CSS.
out.
Let's go.
Got that CSS?
Squarespace is
Yeah.
so great. You guys should sponsor this podcast. You can build out great websites or use their templates.
That was probably too much more free than we should
Yeah,
have
so
given
we
them.
use
Sorry.
DigitalOcean in a completely custom
that out.
module because Squarespace doesn't have the shit we need. But
I literally don't know what any of that means.
But to be fair, if Shopify wanted to fucking sponsor us, Canadian, right here.
Is it a Canadian thing?
yes, he is Canadian.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a channel on YouTube called MissRemiAshten, as well as a vlog channel called Rem Life, and a podcast called Pretty Basic. And I think that's it. Oh, also, I really want to be TikTok famous. So, MissRemiAshten on TikTok. I really need to
Nice.
find a hobby. So, if you have any hobbies that you could suggest, tweet me at MissRemiAshten.
Oh, Cal, you're so fucked. Cal?
I'm not plugging anything because I still don't know why I'm here.
No joke.
I
Earlier
don't
today,
get it.
he comes home from work. He's like, why me?
Oh,
You know why though?
I'm
The amount of people that work at fucking the big four. So if you got a software engineer position,
Cal.
is in the running right now.
He really is.
Degreed.
Dude, you
Smart
can't
kid.
just like put me on
Good
the
dude.
sc-
Great
wow,
socks.
like
First
that.
of all,
Come on.
has hobbies.
Has hope.
And the bidding starts
yeah,
at
that-
$750,000
Yes.
per month
Yes.
Wow.
for the boys.
I'm a hot property here. Let's go. Let's go.
I love you guys
Give me it.
so much. Thank you for letting us monetize our friendship for an hour and a half.
Thank you for having. This was like a very light therapy session. I did appreciate it.
Great.
I feel like we're all about to fight after we get out this podcast. Like
What do you
both
mean?
boys are dead.
Why are we?
I
Why
don't
am
know,
I
I
in
have
trouble?
some hobbies. to
Hobbies,
get
some
to.
hobbies we need to find.
I
Yeah.
didn't fucking
Yeah.
say that.
What?
I didn't fucking say that.
Oh no, you go
I
down with the
worded it
ship
wrong.
though. You go down with the ship.
I didn't say cooking
go
is my favorite part of you. I didn't say
down
hobbies. You should get a hobby. Yeah.
And surrender.
I was singing the background music while you were fighting.
Dido or whatever. Ditto. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go
Love you.
now.
It's been a good ass week. We'll see you next week. Bye.